So yet again, I have to thank my fellow Facebook buddy James Harkin for sharing the following meme. I'm no longer supporting SpaceX and will change my support to NASA. I refuse to support any organisation that hires Nazis. NASA. Now for those in the know, that's hilarious. I did giggle quite a bit when I first saw that. But I absolutely thought it deserved a vid because there's many people out there that will not make the connection. And all I recommend you type in is Operation Paperclip. Now, remember, and think of the wording here. Operation Paperclip was a secret United States intelligence program in which more than 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians were taken from former Nazi Germany. I would say they came running to the US for government employment at the end of World War II in Europe between 1945 and 59. Several were confirmed to be former members of the Nazi Party, including the SS or the SA. Now, I would argue that quite a few of them were members of the Nazi Party. Yeah. But, as they go on, the efforts began in earnest in 1945 as the Allies advanced into Germany and, quote, discovered a wealth of scientific talent and advanced research that contributed to Germany's wartime technological advancements. Now, this is textbook propaganda because, let's face it, what they're trying to make sure that you are not thinking about is most of them were ardent Nazis, yeah? Think about the wording of that, yeah? Allies advanced into Germany and discovered a wealth of scientific talent and advanced research that had contributed to Germany's wartime technological advancements. I mean, think about it. On one level, people would say, well, why wouldn't you embrace the technologies that you didn't have access to? My problem with that is find people like, Anthony C. Sutton. Wall Street and the Rise of Hitler. I'll leave you a link to it. I know, apparently, I'm finding out more by the day that a lot of people don't read, but if you're interested in that and looking at the detail, I'll leave you a link to it. And I dare say there's a vid with Wall Street and the Rise of Hitler. There'll be something with Anthony C. Sutton, and I absolutely recommend you watch. I would also recommend Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution. Because you see, none of what really transpired in World War II most of it wouldn't have happened unless it was well funded. Seriously. I mean, even when you look at Germany, yeah, in the 1920s, it was into hyperinflation. Seriously. Remember, what was it? A wheelbarrow full of money just to get a loaf of bread. Yeah. And yet, within so many years, while they were paying war reparations, suddenly they could kick ass all over the world. Yeah. How was that? How did that happen? And I would argue that our willful ignorance, we're paying for that to this day. Without a doubt. Anyway, your thoughts? A share or two. If you like what I do, buy me a beer. There's a link to buy me a coffee, but I can assure you it will be a real ale. And I'll speak to you soon.